All right, guys, it's March 5th, and we just rolled out to the farm to shed hunt today. This is going to be our only opportunity to get out, but we're going to give it hell this whole weekend. We got today and tomorrow to wrap up. Whatever we don't get to today, we're going to come back and hit tomorrow. So going into it, a little bit disheartening that we don't have our top two hit list bucks that we're going to be looking for their antlers anymore. The number one 7-year-old Maximus, he got shot during rifle season on the neighbor last year, and then just found out like a month ago our number 2 buck, the grade 8 we call him. He was an 8-year-old this year, or would have been, and he got hit on the highway about a month ago right out in front of the farm. So we won't be looking for them today, but there's a good 5-year-old that we got pictures of that hopefully we can pick him up. And we have a ton of minor leaguers coming up that we should definitely be able to find some antlers today for sure, because I have trail camera pictures of 7 different like 2- and 3-year-olds together at one time just a couple of weeks ago on the back ridge. So I definitely think that we're gonna be able to come up with something today, but it just won't be those big boys that we've been finding in the past. But who knows? There might be a rambler that rolled through here that took up residency after the rut, and you just never know what you're gonna find, which is the fun part about it all. So
yeah, we're gonna switch up our routes a little bit this year compared to last year. Last year we went the property's in the shape of a T, and we hit the long portion along the highway last year, and this year we're going to go up the long section up to the back ridge, change it up a little bit, maybe stumble across a couple sheds we missed last year. So I think that's a good opportunity to find stuff you didn't last year, and kind of cross your own path. So looking forward to today, and got a beautiful, awesome day, so nice and cool, keep us from sweating too bad today. And gonna have to bring the sunglasses though, because it's wall-to-wall sun right now. So
yeah,
we'll take it though.
yeah, it's definitely one of those things that it's a lot easier to see sheds on an overcast day. So if it's sunny out when you guys are hitting the woods, make sure to bring some sunglasses with you. It'll definitely help you out to cut that glare. So anyway, we're gonna put some boots on the ground and see what we come up with. So. It's Sunday, March 6th, and we're back out at the farm today, trying to wrap up shed hunting what we didn't get hit yesterday. So we're focusing on this huge bedding area. It's basically just an overgrown pasture that we've let go. You can kind of see it's all overgrown with cedar trees, and it's got a lot of honeysuckle vine in here, which is awesome browse. I mean, the browse line is up as high as the deer can reach on it. It's thick everywhere. It's like a jungle of this stuff in here. And it's great winter bedding cover for them, because they can get in this, pile up into that honeysuckle vine, and they just eat it, nip it down right to the shoot. So this is one of those real good areas we found in the past to concentrate on. So we're gonna hit this pretty hard, and then we got the big 40-acre field we're gonna go hit and hit that next. So hopefully we'll be able to pick up something today. So.
Take a head out of that one.
We're up in one of the back parts of the farm. I'm up on this knoll, and it's just kind of stuck out in the middle. There's a dam on the other side here of one of our ponds, but this knoll's just a big hill, and it's really thick all the way around it. But this is just a typical textbook buck bed. It's the only one up here, and it is just a maze of crap all the way around it that it's almost impenetrable. But I knew that this is one of those areas that always holds a buck. Unfortunately, there's no antlers up here, but it's one of those spots you got to check out every year, because that's a really fresh bed, and doesn't get much more textbook than that. So a lot of really good escape routes out of here. You can play the wind however he wants. It's typical because you can see this whole ridge on the back side of me, and then the wind is typically out of the west, which would blow up over the top of this, and he'd have the wind at his back and be able to smell anything coming up on this side. So it's just one of those spots you gotta check. So.
All right, so we just got back to the truck after a day of shed hunting. We started about 7 o'clock this morning and started off with a nice 10 that we found. It's probably the thickest part of the farm, notorious for holding sheds for us. So figured we'd start with some fresh eyes and found this one. And then Mike was able to find a nice shed that was probably not even 20 yards from this, and we found it not even 5 minutes from each other. So it was good. It was a good start to the lunch hour. So cut for lunch and got back out here, and then Jacob came out, and well, you can see what he ended up with. So, but I'll let Mike tell the story on this one. So.
Yeah, earlier you heard me talk about that deer that we thought got hit on the highway in front of the farm that we found out about. It ends up this is that buck that we had thought that got hit. It must have been another big 8-pointer that we didn't know about, but. Man, Jacob came out of this thicket, came around the corner with that thing, and I my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe it was, the buck that I was seeing. We totally wrote it off that, it got hit and it was gone. And, it's bittersweet that the deer's dead, of course. I mean, he would have been 8 years old this year. We got tons of history with that buck. He's one of the first deer we had on trail camera when we started managing this part of the farm. And, we got 5 years of history with that deer since he was 3 years old. And, as tough it is to see him dead, it's, we had rode him off to getting hit on the highway, and this ending to that story is so much better in our eyes because we actually got to put our hands on this deer that we've hunted for so long, that we have so much history with. I mean, I've actually seen him on the hoof only 3 times since I started hunting him. I mean, he was just a ghost. He was really elusive. And, to actually be able to put our hands on this deer now and, know that he's going home with us and he's, really getting to close the chapter on the book with him is so much greater. I mean, I'm just ecstatic that we're getting to, to end it like this with that deer. So, I'm totally just flabbergasted that we're actually putting our hands on the deer after so much time's gone by. So, anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up, go get some dinner in us, and enjoy the rest of the night, and then come back up and hit it tomorrow, and see if we can't put our hands on some more. So hopefully more like this instead of that way, but we'll take what we can get. So.